Welcome to LTV News. It's a brand new week, and what an exciting day it is. I am proud to be broadcasting from LaSalle University right in Philadelphia. Stay tuned for the latest updates and stories happening on and off campus.
Welcome to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and only to Philadelphia and beyond. My name is Destano Tigenov.
And I'm Mike Adredas. We're going to get into reporting all the latest from LaSalle, Philly, and the world. I can't wait to dive into these stories and updates we have lined up for you. Let's begin at home with LaSalle.
LaSalle is taking its game up a notch and up to the third floor of the Union with their new gaming center. The new gaming room is in room 308 of the Union and is equipped with 6 computers, 3 TVs, an Xbox One, a PS4, a PS5, and a Nintendo Switch. There will be 7 games available for the computers, 3 games each for Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PS5, and 2 games for PS4. The space also comes with gaming chairs and LED lighting. The room can be used individually or reserved for larger parties and special events.
LaSalle continues to shine as the university is once again mentioned in the U.S. News and World Report 2026 Best Colleges for a 4th straight year. LaSalle ranked in the top 60% of all national universities and top 15 schools in all Pennsylvania. LaSalle was top 10 in social mobility out of all Pennsylvania schools and was in the top 40% nationally. LaSalle's business, nursing, and psychology programs were all highlighted in the article, with each coming in with strong rankings of their own national and within the state of Pennsylvania. One LaSalle Hidden Gems on campus is located in the basement of Heyman Hall. Communication student Lashaya Espiritu Santo and Nick Lane give us a tour of LaSalle's own art galleries in the campus art museum.
My name is Cecilia. I'm the collections manager at the LaSalle University Art Museum. I have been here about 3 years now. So the museum's collection started in the mid-1960s, but the space we have here today opened in 1976. The artwork that we have in our collection, so we have about, I would say, 5,000 objects in our collection. Only about 300 of them are on display, and they have come to us through a mix of purchase, trade, and donation. My main job as the collections manager is ensuring that the collection stays in a condition that enables it to be displayed. I also am in charge of ensuring that objects find their proper homes, so keeping track of where objects are moving to or moving from. Yeah, if you are ever in Heyman Hall, feel free to visit the Art Museum. We're open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. From Monday to Thursday, we are free and open to the public, so students can come, professors can come, faculty, staff, and even people that are just visiting LaSalle.
If you'd like to find out more about LaSalle's Art Museum, visit artcollection.lasalle.edu. The Multicultural and International Center has established itself at the corner of 20th and Olney, but this summer, they experienced a change of scenery as they moved to room 307 in the Union. The new space has new comfy couches and TVs, but also has kept plenty of furniture and items from the old location. Coordinator of Intercultural Programming Zuri Wells explained that they wanted the space to be more centralized within the campus, and that the Union provided the perfect opportunity to do so. With the Union being where everything else is, the belief is that the moving of the center will make multicultural and international students feel more part of the LaSalle community.
While mock trial may seem just like another club here at LaSalle to some, It was a stepping stone to a career in law for 2021 LaSalle graduate for Bianca Abate. Abate explained how her experience on the team in college helped her figure out a career that would fit her. After graduating from LaSalle, Abate worked in the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office for a couple years before enrolling at George Washington University Law School. Now Abate returns to LaSalle, looking to inspire the next generation of lawyers as she takes over as head coach of the mock trial team, which will compete in mock trial intercollegiate competitions with the American Mock Trial Association.
If you're on campus and looking to pump some iron, we found just the group for you. Our reporters headed to the IBC Fitness Center on South Campus to see what the Powerlifting Club is all about.
What makes the Powerlifting Club so successful?
So one of the things that makes Powerlifting Club so successful is their captain. Their captain's very involved and loves what he does. He has opened that up to many other students who have joined him, who have followed him. And for the simple fact that they see him as a true leader helps out Powerlifting Club. They have fun, they enjoy each other, and they actually go to competitions and win.
I would say that the individual aspect of you versus you, along with our community that's very unique that we have out powerlifting, is the number one thing that makes us so different. Within that, we're always battling to be better than the last practice, and we always have people supporting you. You know, the group is just extremely like a family almost. Like, I really can say that. And having that love, that community, coupled with the sport, it's an amazing atmosphere. Like I said, people just love it.
So I started doing this my sophomore year of college, and I wasn't the strongest at all. My form wasn't there. I didn't know I actually had potential to be stronger compared to where I'm at right now. For example, for squats, at the time my PR was about 280 pounds, struggled to hit 315, and as of right now, I can currently squat about 530 pounds, which is super excited. You know, that's a big jump right there. I never thought I could make it as far. So that pretty much just show how strong I am. I mean, one thing I would definitely say about powerlifting, you know, I will definitely say it is a sport that helps you discover how much tendency the human body has. And the way I see this, I take exactly what's in the gym to my day-to-day life. It just inspires me and motivates me to know that in life, with consistency, hard work, and just trusting the process, it gets you where you want to be at some point. So definitely get into powerlifting. It is a fun sport. You can develop mentally, socially, and physically for sure. Just make sure you do it safe, and you should be all good.
A huge thank you to Elijah Duncan, Mark Regan, and Riley Kavchalk for their report. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Defender. I am a public defender.
I'm proud to be a public defender.
80% of Americans accused of a crime will get appointed a public defender.
Everybody from a speeding ticket to capital murder.
For every dollar we spend on public defenders, we spend $3 on prosecutors.
Public defenders have to do pretty much everything on their own.
Social workers, counselors.
Investigating is another piece of it.
The average public defender holds 300 cases annually.
You never feel like there's enough time.
Public defenders have health issues all the time.
A lot of people give up and say, I can't do this work anymore.
Gideon's Promise trains, mentors, and supports public defenders.
There are a lot of people who say that they would not still be public defenders, but for Gideon's Promise.
It's fueled me to continue on in this fight.
Gideon's Promise has changed the face of public defense.
People see us as troublemakers.
Good trouble only.
We don't make it easy. It should not be easy to take away someone's liberty.
We live in a country that incarcerates its own people more than any other nation in the world.
The individual can age out of crime. He or she, 9 times out of 10, is no longer thinking like he or she once thought when they were 18. This is a good time to have a second look for everyone. We have 50 years of data that proves to us emphatically that the old way of doing things no longer works.
Do Dear University of...
Thank you for your offer
to become student ID number 283471.
While I appreciate your desire
for my impeccable academic record,
I must decline the opportunity
to get a generic degree.
I've decided to tell my story.
To be a student,
not a statistic.
I wish you good luck in the future
as I embark on mine.
Welcome back to LTV News. We continue to work with fellow LaSalle TV programs to bring you special student interviews. We asked SportsLine host Riley Kapchak to find someone who she thought covered campus as well as she covers sports. Of course, she headed to LaSalle student newspaper, the Collegian, and brings us this student spotlight.
Welcome to a not-so-ordinary On the Sideline crossover with LTV News. I'm Riley Kapchak, and joining me today is Peyton Harris. Peyton, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So Peyton is involved with the Collegian at LaSalle, and he is also part of the Philadelphia Student Press Association, which we'll get into. So we're going to start off. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself and how you first got involved with journalism?
So I first started before coming to LaSalle at Duquesne. And while I was there, I became involved with the Duquesne Duke, which is their student paper. And I was just a staff writer covering different topics on campus in the city of Pittsburgh. And then when I transferred to LaSalle, Dr. Daly put me in touch with Maya Martin, who is our editor-in-chief at the Collegian. And she thought that I would be a great fit as features editor. And from there, it's just kind of taken off.
That goes into my next question. My next question was, what was your very first story or role with the Collegian?
So, like I said, my first role was staff writer and feature section editor. So I wrote features. I also wrote for other sections, but then I also oversaw writers and stories that went into my section. And my first story was covering the shooting that happened during the field hockey game at Temple's campus.
And then did you always picture yourself getting involved in student journalism when you came to LaSalle?
Yes. So I am a communications, media and journalism major. So reporting is something that I'm very passionate about and something that I was always interested in. And I knew that the Collegian would be a great fit for helping that grow and blossom.
Definitely. And then more on Collegian-based, focus-based questions. How did you decide what stories are most important to cover for campus?
So each week the Collegian meets. 1 week we have the all-staff meeting where we all discuss articles happening on campus, in the neighborhood, across the city. And we just discuss what we think needs to be covered, what the student body and the greater LaSalle community should be hearing from a student outlet like the Collegian. So we sit down, we all brainstorm topics, and we assign articles, we go out to our writers. We have about a week to do reporting where we interview members of faculty, other students, come back in the following week, submit articles, edit, and then we go live the following Friday. So we have a pretty structured process, but really it's what our writers feel that the LaSalle community would most benefit from.
Yeah, and what do you think in the role of the Collegian, what do you think the most important role is? What really holds it together?
So I think as an organization, we all value journalism. Otherwise, why would we be involved?
Right.
I think that we would agree that keeping authorities and institutions accountable is something that's important, especially in our current society. So we don't necessarily write puff pieces for anything. We do take a closer look at certain things that are going on, not just at LaSalle, but broader across the city or the country.
And if, as a team, if you run into a problem, how do you guys usually overcome that?
So we, like I said, when we meet, we discuss everything going on with the paper. Our editor-in-chief, Maya, and then our managing editor, Sam Klein, they're both great resources to us. As editorial staff, just going up to them, and for all of our staff writers, they're great resources to go through. And then our advisor is Dr. Kelly Daly, and she is a very insightful person when it comes to, hey, can we run this piece, but how should we structure? Or are there certain things that we should touch on that should be taken in a different light? I think all of those individuals really give us a good sense of grounding in how we should do our student reporting.
Yeah, and then how do you see the Collegian preparing students who want to go professional journalism later in the line?
So the Collegian gives anyone interested in student journalism and reporting a great initial outlet to practice that. We're very easygoing. It's just a very simple process once you break it down. Once your articles are assigned, we as editors are with you every step of the way should you need us. We are helping you choosing between sources, helping you line up interviews, providing you resources to get other background information. I think we just have such a great system of helping anybody at any stage, whether they're a beginner and have never written a piece before, or someone who maybe's done student journalism at a prior school or in their high school. I think we're able to meet people where they are very well and help them excel.
And now you are involved with the PSPA, which is the Philadelphia Student Press Association. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
So the PSPA is a consortium. It's a nonprofit founded by, his name's Jackson Zhuzang. He is a student at Haverford College. We currently have 9 member institutions across the greater Delaware Valley, such as LaSalle, Drexel, Haverford, and in New Jersey, we also have Rutgers, Camden, and Rowan. But we have a lot of members, and we're also intending to grow. It's sort of a student collective among journalism newsrooms on campuses to share ideas, to share resources, and better help each other out instead of being in competition with one another.
Yeah. How did you personally get introduced to the PSPA?
So Maya and Sam had been in touch with Jackson. He had reached out to the editorial staffs of multiple papers across the city, and they had recommended myself and also Claire Herquette for executive board positions. So my position on the executive board is as partnerships lead. So I am responsible for contacting media organizations across the city, such as The Inquirer, such as NBC 10, Channel 6, KYW, and sort of creating partnerships where we can collaborate with each other and they can help us shape the future of journalism across the city. But it sort of just began on a Zoom call and it's all taken off from there.
So if you had to sum up the PSPA's mission in one sentence, what would it be?
We are rooted in Philly, but we are reporting for all.
That's pretty good. And then just in your whole journalism career at Duquesne now, whenever, is there a story you've worked on that taught you a lesson that you'll carry forward?
I think one of my favorite stories that I've covered was here during my time at LaSalle. It was controversial to some. It was when the campus Starbucks was being closed. And there was some miscommunications there with that, as everyone knows who was on campus at that time. And so I did a joint piece with Claire, sort of interviewing students, reaching out to administration about what was going on. And it showed me how the broader sense of mass communications and like strategic comm from the university standpoint and other organizations standpoint, what all goes into creating that message and then getting that out to the broader community. I think that showed me a lot of things that I may have just been pretty naive on beforehand and how they were conducted.
What would you say the most rewarding part of being a student journalist is right now?
I am really fond of being able to work with a great newsroom who shares the same appreciation for journalism and keeping that spirit alive. We're a small organization on campus, but we are very, very passionate about what we do. And we intend to keep that going for a long time to come.
And then lastly, if you could go back and give your freshman self advice about joining the Collegian, what would they say?
Don't be afraid to go all in. I was terrified whenever I got the email asking if I would take on features editor, but it was one of the best decisions that I could have made, and I'm so thankful for that.
That's amazing. Well, that is all the time we have today. Thank you, Peyton, for joining us.
Thank you.
Now back to Mike at the LTV desk.
Thanks to Riley and Peyton for taking us taking the time to give us the scoop about journalism at LaSalle and local colleges. Now in the Philadelphia news. Happening in Philly is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. We are sharing some great local spots. Tequila's Casa Mexicana has come back after a big fire. They now have a new place called La Jefa, a cafe in the day and fun bar at night. In Kensington, Pinolero is bringing the flavors of Nicaragua back with meat cooked on a wood fire grill. In Old City, Casa Vida Shop is moving to Rittenhouse, but will keep building the community with art and style. And in Fishtown, Sylvia's Bakery is making people smile with their famous 3-milk cake.
Halloween is right around the corner, and Philadelphia is ready to bring the scares. The city was just ranked the second most haunted place in the world, only behind Scotland. From the Fright Factory in South Philly to Halloween nights at Eastern State Penitentiary, there are plenty of places to get your spook on. Even the old Betsy Ross house is turning creepy with bloodletting and burial tours. And if you head outside the city, you'll find classics like Penhurst Asylum and the Bates Motel. So grab your friends and get ready for a Halloween to remember.
A new spot is making waves in North Philly. Honeysuckle is more than a restaurant. It's a living room, a culture hub, and a place to gather. Owner Sybil Saint, O. Tate, and Omar Tate have created a warm space where food meets community. Inside, you will find music, art, and dishes that honor history while bringing new flavors to the table. From gold-covered burgers to Mississippi tamales, Honeysuckle is pushing the limits of what a restaurant can be. The team says it is hard work, but they are happy and they call it a good life.
Philly City Council just passed big changes to the Fair Chance hiring law. The rules now give people with records a better shot at jobs. Council member Rue Landau led the effort. The updates cut the look-back time for misdemeanors from 7 years to 4 and take low-level offenses out of the mix. Supporters say this will open doors for thousands of residents ready to work. Landau says no one should be defined forever by a single action. The law takes effect 90 days after passage or when the mayor signs it.
Philadelphia is bringing back a big race after 10 years. The Philadelphia Cycling Classic will return in August 2026. Mayor Cheryl Parker announced the news, calling it a world-class event that belongs to the people. The race will start at Logan Circle and include the Tough Manayunk Wall. Cycling fans remember this race as one of the biggest in the United States. The event is free to watch and open to all. USA Cycling says the return of this race shows the strong bond between America and world-class road racing. That's all for Philadelphia Stories. Stay tuned. When we return, we'll bring you stories from all over the world, right here on LTV News.
You know a veteran in need? Nation's Finest, through the VA's Supportive Services for Veteran Families program, helps veterans and their families struggling with rent, employment, and other housing-related costs. Today, Nation's Finest operates more than 30 locations in California, Arizona, and Nevada, helping thousands of veterans every year. Visit nationsfinest.org or call 1-833-468-9676. That's 1-833-468-9676.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a Real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a Real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly. Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/RealID or your local DMV.
Welcome back to LTV News. A historic deal has been made to protect our oceans. The world's first high seas treaty is now ratified. Morocco became the 16th nation to sign, making it official for next year. This treaty is designed to guard marine life in international waters, which covers nearly half of the Earth's surface. It will help fight overfishing, climate change, and deep-sea mining. Experts say the treaty is a big step towards the goal of protecting 30% of our planet by 2030. It is a major win for the future of our oceans and our planet.
A dramatic rescue at sea made headlines this summer. Rafi Nadi, a 23-year-old from Egypt, spent more than 40 hours adrift in the Mediterranean. He had only an inflatable ring and flippers to keep him afloat. Finally, a family sailing near Spain spotted him. They pulled him on board and gave him food and water. He was taken to safety in Malaga. Nadi said he kept thinking of his mother during the ordeal and thanked God for the rescue. He is now safe in Spain, calling his survival nothing short of a miracle. That's a wrap for today's episode of LTV News. I'm Destano Tigenov.
And I'm Mike Adredas. Thank you for all of our viewers. We appreciate you tuning in and sharing this journey with us. Stay with LTV News for more stories that matter to our community. Until next time, take care.